What's good, everybody? I'm back again with another video, and today I'm gonna be playing Madden. But while I'm playing Madden, I'm also going to. Well, I don't play defense on Madden, by the way. If I'm playing if I'm playing by myself, then I just sim defense. But while I'm playing Madden, I'm gonna go over my predictions for the NFL. I'm gonna go over what my week 1 predictions were, and then I'm gonna go over what my week 2 predictions are because I feel like my predictions are like, the best out here, because week 1 predictions, I got 12 of 4. 12. I got a 12-4 prediction out of week 1. So we're gonna go over week 1 and week 2 NFL predictions on on who I think is gonna be winning. While we playing Madden. So week 1, I had the Ravens beating Chiefs. Now, do I think that they got skunked? The Ravens, they for sure got skunked. I don't think
They go
like
play action with
like
Hurts
let's be
sliding out of the
honest.
pocket.
If that was the Chiefs,
Breaks the tackle. He's
if
got
that
him on
was
the
the
run.
Chiefs,
And that
it would
worked
have
his
been
way
ruled a
upfield
touchdown.
across the
It would have
45.
been ruled a
23
touchdown,
yards
and
on
it
the
would have been
tuck and
overtime,
run.
and the
So
Chiefs
that turned
could
out
have
good, and
won.
most of the passes he
But
could have thrown on that snap.
I
The
just have a
touchdown.
feeling it was a skunk. But I don't think anything's gonna go bad for them for the
But then the
Ravens
team
this
been close
season. I
to
mean, they're
home,
a good
left him a
offense. It's just,
backdoor escape,
the
and they
Chiefs
paid
are
dearly
crazy.
for not
They're a
locking up.
crazy defense.
And this will leave him a yard short.
So
Nice pickup of
I
9
feel like
yards on
Ravens have
first
nothing to
down.
worry about, and I guess
Well, the
now the
first drive
Chiefs
here
have
and the
nothing to
first
worry
time that
about.
we've called a big tight
Now
end
I
this game,
had
but I can assure you this,
the
Charles, it
Eagles
won't be
beating
the
Packers
last.
because the
No,
Eagles
it won't,
is my
because
favorite
when he
team.
gets going,
Uh,
now it opens up opportunities on the perimeter
yeah, I
because
got
they
that
can draw
right.
the defense towards
But
him in the
I
middle of the
feel
field.
like
Now your
we
wide
had a
receivers are getting
major
involved as this game
problem
goes on.
like
4
starting that. I
yards the
feel like
pickup,
Jalen
first
Hurts.
down.
I mean, he didn't play
Throwing is
bad, but he also
Hurts.
didn't play the best. Like he had he had like
This is caught. It's Brown.
2
And he's
turnovers,
going to be out
2
down
interceptions
inside the
that
20
didn't
at
look
the
good at all. It
15.
wasn't any receiver's
That one
fault. It
goes.
was hold up a second, cause this is loud on my controller. I'm gonna turn this off just so y'all don't get it. All right. No, but I feel like Jalen Hurts. He really need to snap into it, man. Cause he ain't doing as good as he used to. That those 2 interceptions was not good looking at all. Like at all was not good looking. But hey, we still won. Saquon Barkley played his ass off that game, so hey, I ain't mad about it. I guess. Nah, I had Saints beating Panthers. I just have one thing, bro. I don't think the Panthers are ever going to or no, they're going to make a comeback, but it's not anytime soon. It ain't gonna be this season either. Like the Panthers are done for. Like getting blown out by the New Orleans Saints. And if I'm being honest, I don't think the Saints aren't even that good of a team either. I mean, they're decent. I'm not gonna say they're bad, but they're decent. They ain't the best team. There's many other teams better than the New Orleans Saints. The Seahawks are better than the New Orleans Saints. Like I just really think the Panthers are not gonna have a good season. I really think Bryce Young should go to a better team because the Panthers definitely ain't it. And honestly, if I'm being honest, I don't even think Bryce Young is a good quarterback like that. For a first round pick, I don't think he's a good quarterback. Either he's not a good quarterback and he's just a bust, or he's on a horrible team and that he needs to go to a new team. But yeah, I don't see anything going good with the Panthers season this year. With the Saints, I don't really know because you guys played a fucking high school level team, so I can't really make any predictions on how you guys would do. I had the Vikings beating Giants. I mean, is there really any questions to that? Hold up a second. The Vikings haven't. I mean, no, the Giants haven't been good. since actually I don't know when the last time the Giants were good, but all I know is the Giants is not a good team with Daniel Jones as their quarterback. God damn, like for real, like Daniel Jones is such an ass quarterback. It's crazy how bad he is. And the Vikings, Sam Darnold actually showed off. Like I actually think Sam Darnold is a good quarterback. Not better than JJ McCarthy. Who knows? Who knows? But all I know is that Sam Darnold is actually a really good quarterback, I actually think the Vikings season won't go too bad. I really think they're gonna go. I think they're gonna have an okay record. Now, do I think they're gonna win the NFC divisional? Hell no. But are they gonna make the playoffs? Most likely. With Sam Darnold, yeah, Sam Darnold's a good quarterback. I like Sam Darnold. And then I had the Bengals being the Patriots. This fucking game shocked me, bro. Now, I never had any doubts in the I never had any doubts of the Patriots. I knew they were gonna do better than they did with Mac Jones last season because they have Jacoby Brissett, which is one of my favorite players. I mean, I like Jacoby, bro. He's humble. I like him. He was drafted in the Patriots for his rookie season. Then he went to the Colts, started there. Then he went to the Browns. Then he went no, he went to Miami. Then he went to the Browns. Then he went back to the Patriots. So he's having himself a crazy career right now. But they actually did shockingly good, bro. And I don't know if it's just because cause I didn't know this, but Bengals be losing all the time, like on week ones. Like I've seen it. Like they lose all the time week one. So I don't know if it was just that or the Patriots are actually going to do good this year. Who knows? Because Jacoby Brissett is not a bad player at all whatsoever. Jacoby Brissett is not a bad player. So I really can't hold it to the Patriots. I feel like they're gonna do good this season, but I also feel like they're not gonna do, you know, they're not gonna do Super Bowl good, like playoff good. They might have themselves a calm little 6-11 season maybe if they're lucky enough, 5-12 maybe. But hey, who knows? Who knows? Maybe they'll get somewhere. Maybe. I had the Steelers beating the Falcons. Now, was that a really good win for the Steelers? No, it wasn't. You guys still played like absolute fucking ass, like absolute ass. I'm not gonna hold y'all to it just cause I mean, you guys have a stacked team. You have Justin Fields, Russell Wilson. Uh, do they have DeAndre Swift or does the Bears have it? I forgot. But all I know is you guys have a stacked team. So maybe it's just that game, but you guys only won off of straight field goals. I mean, a win is a win, but it's like it's not a pretty win. It's a really bad looking win. So I don't, I can't really tell if the Steelers are gonna do good or not. They have a good quarterback, Justin Fields. I feel like Justin Fields is better than Russell Wilson now. Maybe not back then, but now. So I feel like Justin Fields should be the starter over him. But I also think that the Falcons are not going to do good this season. They have Kirk Cousins, but let's be honest. Kirk Cousins isn't the best quarterback in the world. Maybe in his Redskins days, maybe when he first joined the Vikings days, but I mean, if Kirk Cousins doesn't have stacked out receivers, he's not a good quarterback. And If I'm being honest, the Falcons rarely have good receivers. They have okay receivers, but they don't have like, Pro Bowl receivers. They don't have that. So I feel like they're gonna maybe win 5 games of the season. That's it. That's what I'm guessing. Cause it's like, oh my gosh, I'm playing bad right now just because I'm trying to talk. But I feel like that the Falcons are not gonna have the best season. The Steelers are probably gonna have a mid-season, but I don't know. I gotta see off of week 2 for both of them because that was such a bad game to tell off of their years. Nah, I had the Texas beating Colts, but watching that game, bro, watching that game, that showed me like that showed me that the Colts fans have nothing to worry about, like at all. Like y'all did lose, and I got my prediction right. Y'all did lose, but here's the thing: y'all barely lost though, like by 2 points, and it was only because y'all fucking failed your 2 point conversion. But Anthony Richardson is actually a really good quarterback. He threw off his like he threw while he was falling back like almost 60-yard touchdown. Only 9 completions and over 200 yards. So Anthony Richardson is a really good quarterback for the Colts, and I really think the Colts are not going to have a bad season. Like I really think their playoff they can make it to the playoffs if Anthony Richardson can stay healthy. Um, because y'all know last year he got a shoulder injury, and Gardner Minshew, well, he tried his best to work his magic, but that ain't worth too much. But but yeah, it's like now I feel like hmm, the Colts and Texas are definitely going to meet again in the playoffs. That's what I feel like. They're going to meet again in the playoffs, and I can't tell who's gonna win that based off of just week 1. I had the Bills beating Cardinals. Now, I was looking at the live scoring, and it did not look good for the Bills at first. But the Cardinals, you know, the Cardinals sold what was it 17-3 they had? They blew a whole large lead that they had against the Bills. Now, I know the Bills is a good team, but last year they didn't start off good. They didn't start off with their best. And when I was looking at that live scoring, that's what I thought was going to happen too. Like I didn't think they were gonna, play at their best because of that live scoring. Like the Cardinals was blowing them out. I thought they were literally gonna get blown out. Then I looked later just to see that they won, and then I looked at the game that they started playing absolutely fucking trash at the end. So do I think the Cardinal season is over? I think they're gonna improve from last season. They're definitely gonna improve from last season, but are they going to hold up? I really don't want to lose this conversion. All right. They're definitely going to improve because that was actually a good, decent amount of points. Now, the only reason why they beat us last year is because we were fucking absolute ass with some fucking terrible ass coaching. And fucking Jalen Hurts wanted to sell for some reason. But, of course, I really do think the Cardinals will be better in playoffs. No, I do not think they're going to make the playoffs. Good season, like a mid good record looking season. Yeah, I say they would. I say they have a good record. But the Cardinals' playoff chances are still slim for me. Now, the Bills, on the other hand, I feel like, hmm, honestly, I can't tell off this week. I mean, I know y'all did have a good comeback against the Cardinals, but I mean, it's the Cardinals. It shouldn't be that close of a game. Now, I know. Oh my fucking gosh. Now I know that You guys are a good team. Y'all made it to the playoffs last year, and I know we lost to the Cardinals, but we only lost because we were having that major downfall of our team. But I can't tell. I really can't tell. So now I had the Bears beating Titans. If I'm being completely honest, Caleb Williams is a good quarterback. I can't hate on him. But here's the thing. Y'all, mm, I feel like your defense won that game more than your offense did. Like, uh, Will, hold up. Will Levis threw interceptions and was horrible playing. And y'all's offense wasn't even moving that much either. Like, uh, Caleb Williams had a horrible throwing stats. So it really brings me to question, like, I don't know how y'all season's gonna go. Neither the Titans. Well, actually, I think I know what the Titans. The Titans aren't going anywhere in the playoffs. They're not even gonna kiss the playoffs. But the Bears, I'm gonna have to see more of y'all. Dolphins beating Jags. If y'all didn't see that fucking crazy, um, if y'all didn't see Tyreek Hill getting arrested, that was crazy. Tyreek Hill got arrested and he still showed up to the game and he still popped off for over 100 yards and a touchdown. Still popped off, which the Dolphins won that and I got my predictions right. Now I had the Seahawks beating Broncos. I didn't even see this game, but apparently it wasn't good looking for the Seahawks or the Broncos. So I'm not gonna tell off of this prediction. I'm gonna just say I got this prediction right and I'm lucky. Raiders beating Chargers. Now this shocked me. How on earth did the Raiders score 10 points against the Chargers? But last year, y'all blew them out almost 70 points again. Not again, but 70 points. 63 to, what was it, 10? It was 63 to something. Y'all literally blew them out of the water last year, and it wasn't even that long ago. To now only scoring 10 points against the Chargers. What am I gaining from this? Bro, I think that you guys will not make the playoffs like last year. Y'all were sucky y'all were sucky last year. And y'all look even more sucky this year if you're losing to the Chargers. So, no, I think the Chargers are gonna make the playoffs. No. Do I think the Raiders are gonna make the playoffs? No. But I got that prediction wrong because I thought the Raiders would actually beat the Chargers like they did last year. Not like the same score, but I'd at least think they'd beat them. I had the Cowboys beating Browns. Now I hate the fuck out the Cowboys. I hate the Cowboys so much. They talk so much shit. But against the Browns, you can't lie. As much as you hate the Cowboys, if you're an Eagles fan, Giants fan, Commanders fan, they are a good team. They are a good team. And I did have them beating Browns because I don't think Deshaun Watson is that good, if I'm being completely honest. And I was right. Seeing that, I didn't even watch the game, but seeing the stat lines, bro, and seeing what all the analysts was talking about and seeing how all the Twitter pages were saying Deshaun Watson's absolute ass, I'm not gonna lie. I don't think the Browns are gonna make the wild card again with Deshaun Watson. I really think that you guys should have kept Joe Flacco, bro, because Joe Flacco was the one that got you guys the wild card spot. And the Cowboys, I mean, y'all gonna have a good season regardless, but I really don't think y'all gonna make it past the wild card or the divisional again. Commanders beating Bucks. That's what I had. Now, that was wrong. But I'm not going to lay it down the Commanders too much because I don't hate them as a team too much. But if I'm being completely honest, they didn't play too bad that game. I mean, the defense was totally bad on the Commanders, but Jaden Daniels in the offense wasn't doing too bad either. So I really feel like the Commander. I mean, the Bucks is a good team. They were doing good in the playoffs last year. So I feel like they're a good team, and the Commanders actually did a good job putting up points against them. So I ain't gonna put it on them too much. But are y'all gonna make it to the playoffs? No. Are you guys going to have a good season? Maybe. Are the Bucks gonna make it to the playoffs? Most likely. Are they gonna have a good season? Yeah. So that's what I think. I got that prediction wrong. And then I had the Lions beating Rams. Now, every time the Lions and Rams has played, it's been a close game. And if I'm being honest, I really think the Lions are still gonna have a good season this year. The Rams, on the other hand, I just don't know. I don't know. Really, it's tough because y'all made it the wild card, lost to the Lions, but only by 1 point. I don't know. I don't know. Maybe you guys will make the playoffs and maybe you'll have a good season, but I really don't know. All I know is the Lions will have a good season and they will most likely make the playoffs. And then I had the 49ers beating Jets. That was the right prediction. You guys do have Aaron Rodgers, but I really don't think that's going to help you guys with with how bad your defense is, with how bad your defense is, and you don't have too much good. You only have Garrett Wilson. That's the only offensive receiver I know on the Jets. Unless y'all have more, you only have Garrett Wilson and Aaron Rodgers on your offense. Your defense, you have Gardner, Sauce, whatever his name is, and y'all still played bad. Now I do get that 49ers is a post Super Bowl team. Now they did lose, but they are a post Super Bowl team. So I'm not gonna put it on the Jets too much. I feel like they still have potential to have a good season, but will they make the playoffs? Definitely not. So that was my week 1 predictions. Now moving on to my week 2 predictions. Now is where it's gonna get serious, where I'm gonna have to start guessing. Or what I know. Maybe. Maybe. But for the start of the week, Bills beating Dolphins, that's what I have. On a Thursday night football, I have the Bills beating Dolphins. I mean, the Bills have always been beating the Dolphins since last year. Even while the Bills were starting off on a bad start last year, Bills were beating Dolphins last year, even on a bad start. So I'm gonna go ahead and say that the Bills are probably gonna own the Dolphins again, even though they have Tua and Tyreek, Jalen Waddle, a whole bunch of players. So I feel like they're gonna do it, but I'm not gonna lay it on the Dolphins either. Did I even talk about the Dolphins and Jags? I think I only talked about Tyreek getting arrested because that was the only big thing I saw. But I feel like the Dolphins are probably gonna not make the wild card. They usually make the wild card then don't then next year, so that's what I feel like is gonna happen to them. But I have the 49ers beating Vikings. The 49ers, like I just said, is a post Super Bowl team. I feel like they would beat the Vikings, and I feel like the Vikings are good, but for y'all to beat the 49ers, a post Super Bowl team, I don't think it's gonna happen. Now, I hate the Niners. Trust me, I've always hated them. But I'm not gonna just because I hate them, I'm not gonna bet against them. Like actually, I really do think the 49ers are probably going to make the playoffs again, if not win the divisional. But that's what my prediction was. Then I have the Seahawks beating the Patriots. Now here's the thing. I'm not doubting the Patriots. I'm not. But the Seahawks, as I've seen, are known to have a good start to their season. I mean, they start off 6-3, but then they fell off because I think Gino was injured or something. But that's what I know. That's what I know. Um, and the Patriots is a good team, but you guys are on a fresh start. So I feel like for a fresh team that just got a new quarterback and a new coach, I really don't think you guys are going to beat like high level teams like the Seahawks. Like the Seahawks have Geno Smith, DK Metcalf, Kenneth Walker, other dude. There's a lot of people on there. Now I have the Commanders beating Giants. Is this even like explain? Like do I even have to explain this, bro? The Commanders are beating the Giants, and we all know why. The Giants are a varsity level team. They're a high school level team. Even a middle school level team. Middle schoolers can beat the Giants, bro. The middle schoolers can beat the Giants, bro. All jokes aside, I really do think a high school level team would have beat the Giants or have a close game with them. The Commanders are good on offense. Not the best on defense, but they're good on offense. I mean, I don't think the Commanders have to worry about defense because don't worry about that. Daniel Jones will use his powers to make an interception somehow. But I have the Commanders beating Giants. Now I have the Chargers beating Panthers. I don't think I have to explain that one either. Bryce Young and the Panthers are both still looking bad this year. And the Chargers did just beat the Raiders, which was a good ah, hold on, which was a good team. Well, the Raiders wasn't too much of a good team, but they were a good team against the Chargers, and they just beat them and held them to 10 points and scored a decent amount of points too. So I think the Chargers would beat the Panthers, and now I have the Cowgirls beating the Saints. Now, um, like I said, I don't think the New Orleans Saints are a good team. I mean, like I said, they're decent, but they're not the best team. I don't think they're going to make the playoffs this year. And the Cowboys are definitely not going to lose against the New Orleans Saints because the Cowboys usually always have a good season. Now, if this was a wild card matchup, I'd definitely say the Saints would beat the Cowboys. But you know, regular season, Dak Prescott's gonna look like fucking prime Vic, but then it's gonna absolutely flop in the playoffs. But that's my predictions. Cowboys are beating the Saints. And then my other one is Colts beating the Packers. Now, if y'all don't already know, Packers quarterback Jordan Love is injured due to playing against us, and I do pray that he tries his best to get back. Um, but without Jordan Love, I don't even know who the Packers backup is, but Anthony Richardson and the Colts literally lost by 2 points against the Texans, who went to the divisional last year. So I don't. I'm definitely gonna have the Colts beating the Packers because the Packers don't even have their starting quarterback, and the Colts are a fully healthy team. So there's my prediction: Colts beating Packers. Now I have the Browns beating Jags. Now I understand Deshaun Watson isn't at his best, and I don't even know if he's gonna even start Week 2 due to all of these allegations that's going up against him. You know, he's been getting a whole lot of sexual. I don't want YouTube to take down this video. SA charges. He's getting a lot of SA charges. Um, and it's not looking good for Deshaun Watson, honestly. I feel like the Browns really made a mistake trading Joe Flacco because I really think Deshaun Watson is not going to be starting this season. Somewhere in the season, he's going to get in trouble, and he's most likely going to be in court while they're going to have a really bad backup quarterback when they should have kept Joe Flacco. But with Deshaun Watson being bad and all, the Jags, I mean, it really depends. I mean, hmm. The Jags aren't the best team. I don't know. I it's hard for me to explain, but I'd have the Browns beating Jags. Now I have the Jets beating Titans. I mean, yeah, the Jets aren't the best team, best looking team. They're not going to make the playoffs. Neither are the Titans. But the Titans with Will Levis is not the best quarterback. I'm sorry. He really ain't. The Jets have A Rod and Garrett Wilson. I mean, what more do you need? What more do you need? So, I mean, yeah, they need more, the Jets, but against the Titans, they got that. I have the Jets beating Titans on that. Then I have the Lions beating the Bucks. Now I'm not gonna hold it against the Bucks. I know they beat us last year. I was mad at them for that, but they ain't the worst team ever. I still like them as a team. But if I'm being honest, the Lions are looking crazy on their comeback run right now. They won a playoff game last year, and that was their first time in like 2 decades winning a playoff game. So I really have the Lions beating Bucks because they're not stopping their roll, bro. I have a feeling the Lions are not stopping their roll. I feel like they're gonna make the playoffs. I have the Ravens beating Raiders after seeing what happened with the Raiders versus Chargers. I really don't think that I really don't think they're gonna hold a good points against Ravens. Like the Ravens are a good offense. The Ravens have a good defense. You guys are most likely gonna get either blown out or just beaten. That's it. I have the Rams beating Cardinals. This one is still I can't change it now. Week one's done. I can't change my prediction now. But now I'm kind of wondering if I should have chose the Cardinals because the Cardinals did put up a good amount of points against the Bills. Now I don't know if the Bills usually struggle with the Cardinals like that, but all I do know is the Cardinals did put up points against the Bills, and they did look really good with Kyler Murray. So I mean I didn't see the Rams and Lions game, so I don't know how the Rams offense is, but who knows? Like maybe Matthew Stafford's like that, and he could beat the Cardinals. But that's my prediction. I have the Chiefs beating Bengals. I mean, I hate the Chiefs, but if we're being honest, the Chiefs are gonna beat the Bengals. There's no doubt about it. Like you guys are not in your prime anymore. You guys aren't making the Super Bowl. This year, you're definitely not making the Super Bowl. I don't care if you have Joe Burrow. I don't even care if you have the best quarterback. Your guys' defense and your guys' like receiver options. I mean, you only have Jamar Chase. Everybody else is not really a good receiver like that. I have the Chiefs beating you because they have Xavier Worthy, Travis Kelsey, what else? What else? What else? Pacheco, Mahomes. Like, they're a stacked offense, and they have a stacked defense as well. There's nothing more you can ask for. That's why they had a two-peat. Now, are they gonna get a three-peat? I hope not. But is it likely? It's likely. Yes. So I have the Chiefs beating the Bengals. Now I have the Steelers beating the Broncos. Now I kind of want to change that prediction. I think the Broncos would beat the Steelers, but I'm not gonna change my prediction. I'm still gonna hold it. I think the Steelers are gonna beat the Broncos. So there's that one. I have the Texans beating Bears. I mean, should I explain this one? Should I explain this one? It's the Texans with C.J. Stroud, Stephon Diggs, Tank Dell, Joe Mixon. Shall I keep going? Like, there's a lot of Pro Bowlers in that team. Like, I really do think that the Texans are going to make the playoffs again this year. Maybe the Texans will even stop the Chiefs from getting to the Super Bowl. Who knows? Who knows? They're looking like a crazy team so far. But we'll see. Eagles beating Falcons. I don't need to explain this one. Eagles is my favorite team, and so I'm never gonna bet against them. But the Falcons aren't even looking good, so that's gonna be an easy snag of a win for sure. Uh, and if we lose this, we might as well say goodbye to our season because we're losing to a high school level team. Damn. Excuse me, y'all. But Eagles are gonna beat the Falcons. There's no doubt about it. I mean, yeah, Jalen Hurts isn't at his best. Yeah, Jalen Hurts runs like a turtle now, but we still have AJ Brown, Devontae Smith, Dallas Goddard. We don't have Jason Kelsey anymore, but our center can still, snap the ball. Maybe not a tush push, but he can still snap the ball. Then our defense, we got C.J. Gardner-Johnson, Reed Blankenship, Darius Slay, Quinyon Mitchell, Cooper DeJean. Like we're stacked on defense. Well, I was gonna say James Bradbury, but he had a horrible performance last year without not being able to tackle not one fucking person. But I do have the Eagles beating Falcons because not only are they my favorite team, even if I wasn't an Eagles fan, I'd still pick the Eagles beating Falcons. So that is week 1 my week 1 post predictions and my week 2 predictions. I really hope I really hope that my predictions go well, and I'm probably not gonna post another video in probably like a week after the NFL because I really have nothing to play. So I'm gonna see you guys after the week 2 NFL schedule is done, and then I'm gonna tell you how my week 2 NFL predictions went, and then I'm gonna tell you my week 3 NFL predictions. But I hope you guys have a great day. Subscribe, like, and I'm gonna see y'all next week.